Welcome back to the Heap Origami Show. Today we're going to fold this magnificent fighter jet, which is the F-14 Tomcat, designed by Michael G. LaFosse. It's the 41st member of our 100 Exotic Paper Airplane Challenge. You start with a square paper. This is cut from an A4 or a letter size paper. I find that this size is perfect for flying. If you use our normal 15 centimeters or 16-inch square paper, it won't fly. To begin, we're going to fold the two main diagonals. Afterwards, we're going to fold the paper in half. You want it to be as straight as possible. Usually, the first few folds are the most important in terms of the outlook of your entire model. Once it's perfect, you want to fold this in half again. You don't want to fold the entire crease. You just want to have a slight pinch in the center. Open it up. We're going to fold another one and pinch it. Once you have that, again, we're going to fold up again and pinch again. Once that's done, you have this mark here. We're going to fold from this corner to this mark. This time, we are going to commit to this fold. We're going to fold the entire fold. Make sure it's straight. We're going to perform a squash fold. We're going to open it up and squash this down. Take your time. This is really important that it is accurate. We're going to repeat the same thing with the other side. We're going to fold it to the left and open it up with a squash fold. And you want it to be as center as possible, so do whatever you need to make sure it's centered. Take your time. Alright? Once you have that, we have 4 flaps and a modified version of the waterbomb base. We're going to open and squash each flap. Fold it to the other side, and then open. You can use the back of the waterbomb base and align the second line to the center. This will help you ensure that the fold is directly in the center of your waterbomb base, or to make sure that it's even. Once you have that, push it to one side and repeat the same thing for all 4 corners of 4 flaps. Something's off. You want to take your time. It's highly important that they look even and correct. Otherwise, your entire model will be off. Once you have that done, you have this really cool shape that we're going to fold into. These two flaps are going to be the wings. These two are going to be the elevators. Now, with this super cool looking base, we're going to start with a pedal fold in the middle. Once again, take your time to be as accurate as possible. The more accurate it is, the better your plane flies. Once you have this, you want to evenly collapse it so that it's even on both sides, and when you fold it down, it lands on the center line. This has to be straight. Take your time, fidget with it a little bit if you need to. Afterwards, we're going to reverse this fold inside simply by stretching it out, push it back in. Use your thumb to straighten it out inside. There's this really narrow pocket inside here, if you can see. The hard part's done, sort of. Now, you're going to reverse this fold. You're just going to take your finger, push it out, reverse this fold, and fold on top of it so that you could have this inside your wing. You're going to fidget with this so that where you start collapsing it is going to have us fold from this center to this corner. Here, you're just going to fold it in a little bit so that you can press it down. And it should look like this. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other side, but we want it to match this leading edge here. I would recommend, this is not in the instructions, that you fold it in half and try to match it like this. Fold along this line. Try to match the two leading edges here. Once you have that, commit the fold on the back layer. And here, crease it a little bit so you can flatten it out. This way, the two wings are going to match. Otherwise, you'll need to be really accurate for it to land on top of each other. Open it up, and you can see that this is our wing body, our fuselage. Probably flatten this out a little bit more. These two internal flaps, you're going to fold diagonally so that this edge touches this edge here. Next, this, we're going to fold it so that it touches this new guide that we just made. Same on the other side. With this, these are the shape of our elevators. We're going to do a reverse fold to push it on the back side. And now we no longer need these two guides, we're just going to unfold them. Now, we're going to fold this edge to this internal edge here. Same thing on the other side. We're going to fold the wing body so that it goes from this corner to this corner here. So straight like this. Try to pivot the paper around this corner that you folded. And roll the wings until you could hit this corner here. Once you believe you've got it, commit to the entire fold. The remaining flap, squash it down. Same thing on the other side. Roll the paper along the pivot point all the way so that you hit this corner here. Use your finger to reinforce that fold. Flatten it out with one of the corners here. So right now these two are not matching. This is not good for us. We could fidget the paper with the paper a bit so that they do. Let's make the fold slightly lower. Okay, once you have them matching, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to fold this corner here. We want to fold from here to where the wings intersect the body here. So just open this squash fold, tuck your finger in there, and push the paper upwards. It should wrap the wing itself, and when you reach here, try to stretch it and do a squash fold from this corner to here. Once you have that, just flatten out the entire thing on the top. It might match here, it might not. It's something really hard to adjust, so ignore it for now. Same thing on the side. Pop this out. Wrap this layer around the wing as much as possible. Make sure it's tight. Stretch it so that there's a fold from this corner to this intersect here. The rest, just flatten it out. And that is the bottom of our airplane. With these two flaps, we're just going to move it inside of our fuselage here. And this is our wing body. Now we're going to focus on the elevator of our paper airplane. First, we're going to fold this edge here. This is to lock the elevator, the layers of the elevator, and reverse fold it inside. Same thing on the other side. Once you have that, we're going to turn the plane over and work on the vertical fins. The vertical fins, we want to have a fold that's parallel to the center line and touches this corner here. So simply fold it, stretching this corner and having this corner touch the bottom edge of the fuselage. Repeat the same thing on this side. And this is what you should get. Unfold these. We're going to fold the elevator from where this corner is all the way here. It needs to be more or less parallel to this line. unfold like this. We're going to fold the plane in half. This center crease, or center edge of the paper airplane, we're going to match it with this edge here. Just hold your thumb inwards and reinforce it. Now, we're going to open up the wings. We're going to do that by folding a line parallel to this part of the fuselage and intersecting this lock here. So take all your layers and fold. If you're having a hard time keeping it straight, you should see more or less a straight line here that's parallel to this. Reinforce it. On the other side, fold it so that it matches. If you've done everything correctly, you see that our wings are going to fall right on top of each other. We're going to fold these vertical fins back up again, and we're going to open the plane. When you open it, you want the wings to be as flat as possible, and you want the vertical fins to be vertical, horizontally straight. You don't want them to be slightly crooked. It should look more like, less like this. To throw it, you hold it in the center of mass and just throw it like with a traditional throw. To adjust it, play around with these elevators. You can curl it a bit, or if you see it spin it, try to curl the opposite end and hopefully it'll stop spinning. And if it keeps on diving, just fold it upwards a little bit. Right, to throw like this, and go. And there it is. It's the 41st member of our 100 Exotic Paper Airplane Challenge, and it's the F-14 Tomcat by Michael G. LaFosse. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.